Hi, I'm Vincent, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your very first LinkedIn outreach campaign using Waalaxy. So you will see how to find leads with their verified emails, how to import them directly in Waalaxy, how to create and launch your very first LinkedIn outreach campaign, and finally, how to reply to your leads directly in Waalaxy. So basically, if you follow this process step by step, you will be able to start sending LinkedIn messages, and I'm sure that it will help you to book sales calls with your ideal clients. So let's start. Alright, so the first step is to create a free account on Waalaxy. If you want to get the best free trial available, you just need to click the first link in the description, and then you will be on this page. Once you've clicked the link in the description, all you need to do is to click here on Start for free, and then all you need to do is to connect your LinkedIn account. Once you've connected your LinkedIn account to Waalaxy, you will be on this page, and here on the left, you have all the features that you can use on Waalaxy. So for example, here in Home, you have all your analytics. For example, you can see the number of messages you sent on LinkedIn, your acceptance rate, your reply rate, and so on. Then here in Prospects, you will be able to import your leads. In Campaigns, you will be able to create and manage all your outreach campaigns. Then you have Inbox, and basically with this feature, you don't need to go on LinkedIn to see and reply to your leads. So this feature is extremely useful if you want to manage your replies. And finally, you have Team. So if you want to connect multiple LinkedIn accounts and manage all of them directly in Waalaxy, you can do that with this feature called Team. Now, the first thing I recommend you to do is to go here in Settings. Then you go here in Accounts Activity, and here on this page, make sure that you have the right time zone. So it's not your time zone, but it's the time zone of your leads. For example, I'm based in Paris, but let's say that I want to reach out to people based in the US. So if I want to do that, I just need to click here and select US. So let's say America, New York. Then here you can select your working days, and basically it means that you will send messages during these days. So my recommendation, if you want to have the best reply rate possible, is to send messages between Monday to Friday. So like this, and avoid to send messages during the weekend. Finally here, you can choose at what time you send your messages. So let's say from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. like this. So with these settings, you make sure that you reach out to your leads at the best timing possible. Now that you have the good settings, I want to show you how to find B2B leads and how to import them directly in Waalaxy. So for that, we need to go here in Prospects. Then we go here and we click on Import. So you see that you have some options, but what I want to do for this tutorial is to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to find leads, and I will export them and get the verified emails using Give Me Leads. So with this process, I click here on Import CSV file. On this pop-up, I can import a CSV file, and now what I need to do is to build my CSV file with interesting leads, and for that, I will use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Alright, so as you can see, I'm currently on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's basically an access to the LinkedIn database. And now, if you want to find some interesting leads, for example, decision makers, all you need to do is to click here on Lead Filters. And here on the left, you have all the filters you can use to find decision makers. And you will see in a few seconds that on the right part of my screen, that I will have the list of the people who match my filters. So let's say, for example, that I want to target people with the current job title Head of Sales, like this. Then I want to target people based in the US, so like this, United States. So I click on Include. And the last filter I want to use is this one, company headcount. So let's say that I target companies with a headcount between 500 to 1000. And then you will see on the left that we have almost 700 results. And if we check our results, we have people who are head of sales, head of sales, head of sales, and of course in the US. Once you are happy with your search and you want to export these people into a CSV file, unfortunately, you can't do that natively with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And that's why you need a third-party tool like GiveMeLeads to be able to export the leads and get their verified emails. So if you want to have a button like this one, extract leads, you can go on givemeleads.io or you have a link in the description. Then you can create a free account and then you will have this button. So once you are ready to export these people, all you need to do is to click here on extract leads and then you will be redirected to your GiveMeLeads account. Here you can give the number of leads you want to export. So let's say 100 just for this tutorial. Then we say that we want the emails of these leads. And then all we need to do is to click here on export leads. And now we just need to wait a few minutes and we will get our list of leads. I just want to rename my export with the filters that I use. So we target people who are head of sales in the US and the company headcount is between 500 to 1000 people. And now we just need to wait a few seconds. All right, so after 2 minutes, my export is done. And now if I want to see my list of leads, all I need to do is to click here on download CSV. So here is our list of leads. And if I check the number of leads we have, we have 100, which is perfect. On top, you see that you have all the informations of your leads. For example, the first name, last name, a LinkedIn URL. You have the verified emails of your leads. So when it's verified, it means that it's completely safe to send a cold email. Then you have the job title, location, and actually much more information like the company name, company website. So very useful if you want to personalize your messages, company location, and so on. Once you have your list of leads like this one, all you need to do is to import it directly in Waalaxy. So for that, we need to go back on Waalaxy. And now all I need to do is to click here on choose file and select my list of leads on my computer. I've just finished to import my leads. So if I scroll, you see that I target people who are head of sales. And now that we have this list of leads, what I want to do is to show you how to create your very first LinkedIn Outreach campaign. So for that, we need to go here in campaigns. And then I click here on the top right of my screen, start a campaign. Then you have some options. For example, with invitation, you can just send an invitation on LinkedIn. Then you have invitation plus 2 messages. So basically you send a connection request on LinkedIn and then you send 1 message and 1 follow-up. Then you have message. So it's useful if you want to reach out to people who are already in your first direct connections on LinkedIn. And then you have all campaign models where you have a lot of templates that you can use to outreach people. For this tutorial, I want to keep things simple, and that's why I will use this one, invitation plus 2 messages. So I click on it. Now I need to give a name for my campaign. And what I want to do is to use the filters I used. So I target people who are head of sales in the US and the company headcount is between 500 to 1000 people. Then I click on next. How do you want to add your prospects from my list that I've just created? So head of sales, US, and so on. Do you want to add all the prospects from this list? Yes. The next step is to set up our connection requests. So do we want to add a note or not? Honestly, I don't recommend you to add a note because it's more spammy. So that's why I click here on no continue. Then edit delay after the invitation. So I want to wait 2 days after the invitation is accepted. And then I want to send my first message. So what I like to do is to say hi first name. So I type hi, and then if I want to use the variable first name, I just need to click here in insert a variable, and then I select first name. So hi first name, and then I will ask a question just for this tutorial. So let's say, do you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to build your lead list? If you want, you can add an emoji, you can include an image, you can include a PDF, or if you want a GIF, and you can record a voice note. So if you want to do that, you have all the options here. And finally, if you want to have a preview of your message, you just need to click here in preview, and here you see your preview from LinkedIn. Then once you are happy with your message, you click here on continue. So after my first message, I want to wait 3 days, and then I will send my first follow-up. So let's say, for example, quick follow-up. Then we click on confirm. Now on this page, you have a recap. And finally, once you are ready to launch your campaign, you just need to click on this button. So let's click on launch. And now you see that our campaign is currently running. If you want to edit your campaign, you just need to click on the top right of your screen. And here, for example, you can add some leads to your campaign, or you can just edit your campaign. For example, let's say that we want to modify this message and say thanks at the end. And then we click on save changes. So if you go in campaigns, you will see that your campaign is currently running. Now, the last feature I want to show you is extremely useful after you launch your first campaign. It's this inbox feature. So you click here on inbox, and then you will be on this page. And basically on this page, you can see and reply to your leads directly on Waalaxy. So you don't have to waste your time to go on LinkedIn to check if you have new replies from your leads. So on the left, you have all your discussions. And if you click on someone, you will have all your discussions. So if you have someone who is interested, what you can do is to tag the lead. And so for that, you can use this tagging feature. So you click here on the plus, then you click here on interested, and then you know that this lead is extremely important for your business and you need to follow up this lead. So basically what you can do is to reply to your leads directly in Waalaxy. For example, let's say just let's book a call. Then you just need to click here and your message will be sent on LinkedIn. Now, what I recommend you to do if you want to follow up correctly your leads is to click on this filter button. And then in tags, you say that you only want to see people with the tag interested. So you select the tag, so here interested, and then you click on apply. And here on the left, you will get all your leads who are interested. So with this process, you don't waste your time with people who are not interested, but instead you can focus on people who want your product or services. So this is the end of this tutorial. Now, as I told you, if you want to try Waalaxy for free and get the best free trial available, you just need to click the first link in the description. And if you want to easily export your leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get their verified emails, you can go on givemeleads.io, or you will find a link in the description. It was Vincent. I wish you a nice day and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.